Hi, and welcome to another episode in our series exploring advancing innovation through collaboration between startups and corporates across Africa. I am delighted to have with me today the Chief Innovation Officer for Standard Bank Group, Adrian Vermooten. Hi, Adrian.
Hi, Charles. Hi. Good day, and thanks for having me. Good to be here.
Absolute pleasure. It's an exciting time to talk to you. Recently, Standard Bank announced a huge partnership with Salesforce that's looking to transform the entire bank into a platform business. And I'm really optimistic that a lot of the people watching this are going to be curious to understand what that means for startups. Maybe for some of those executives out there who are contemplating kind of initiating, engaging with startups as a means to kind of broaden the things they're able to offer their customers outside of their core. What are some of the lessons? I mean, you spoke about different paces of work, but of course there's different ways of work. And equally, there's elements of a large organization that don't always lend themselves to partnering efficiently. For whatever reason, whether it's policy or process, or that's how things are done around here as a concept. And so perhaps you can bring to life some of the challenges you've experienced and some of the things you might have done in response to them.
So I do want to start, Charles, with the first one, I think, and we learned the lesson and took the scars, is I do think a good starting point is to identify some customer pain points or some ecosystems that you are trying to solve for. Because the opposite of that risk is that you don't know what you're solving for. You find a whole lot of very sexy solutions, and then you're looking for a problem.
Yeah.
And that was kind of our first thing is, we said, let's go and partner. We had money, we had intent, and we went and found a whole lot of people, but we didn't know what problem we were actually solving for. So I think a good starting point is to be really purposeful about what problems are you facing or your customers facing, and then go and find in your partners, you're finding capabilities. Because that's your challenge, is you are missing capabilities, and that's what you sign up for when you find your startups or partners. So that's the first one. I think the second one that we've had to learn is the bank is probably exponentially slower than the rate at which the startup or the fintech wants to work. And I think it's a bit of both sides, learn a bit, but one has to be very cognizant that the two drivers are different. Because the startup or fintech is burning cash. They are burning. And the bank is not burning cash, it's making cash, but it wants to be safe and controlled.
Managing the risk of losing its cash.
Yeah. And you just have to both be immensely, I don't want to say it's about being respectful about what both are facing, because they are different. And to be honest, we have had to learn how to be much, much faster. So how you onboard, how you could have a simple thing is a non-disclosure agreement. A typical bank non-disclosure agreement will cover you for every expected and unexpected eventuality. But actually, when you want to quickly engage a fintech, there are probably only 2 or 3 real big risks that you want to manage. You want to manage IP, you want to manage data sharing, etc., and deal those and get into the conversations and move. Because when you and I use it as the simplest example, just a non-disclosure agreement that runs into pages, and then you have a small startup which doesn't have this legal capacity.
There's no legal team.
There's no legal team to go and review this, and that's not a great kind of intro line on a first date. And so you have to reinvent yourself in a way that allows you to connect. And I think that's been a process of evolution for us.